Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Wednesday, December 18th, 2024. And this is episode number 879 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hey! Hello! Hi! How are you? I missed the shit out of you guys. Not like you have shit in you, but I missed you. Hope you've been good. I've been good. Oh, that's not working now. That's great. Okay. Well, we're just not going to get our update. Oh, I know why. Dumbass. Boy, it's been a while. It's been a long ass time. I forgot how to do all this. I'm just sitting here going, what do? I don't remember how to do this. I don't remember all the things. I started the show, no headphones. They were in my bag. I was like, oh shit, got to go get that. I'll be honest with you. I'm so discombobulated. At 2 o'clock on the dot, I was sitting in line at the bank. This is the life I live, people. This is the life I live. I was like, fella, could you hurry? I left to go to the bank at 1:30. The bank is approximately 10 minutes away. You should buzz into the bank, make the deposit, get back out. Took 15 minutes to get there. Okay, overestimated a little bit. Shouldn't take long to make a deposit. Well, apparently, the fact that my name is Truman and Barrett and Barry threw this white man into a state of confusion, the likes that he had never seen before. I mean, he was all over the place. He had no idea what to do. It was wild. So yeah, he was, it took forever to, why is your name Truman? And your name is Barrett and your name is Barry. And then of course, it didn't help that I had a check. I did a corporate gig in Dallas on Saturday. And, dummy me. And I should have known this. I should know this. I know better. I mean, when I say I know better, people. And I should have known this. But I did a corporate gig in Dallas and I left. I got my check. They gave me my check right when I got there. And oh shit, what is happening? Oh, okay. I did a show, and right when I got there, they gave me my check, and I just put it in my back pocket. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. It's whatever. So I did that. I performed. It was awful, and we'll get to that story in a minute. And then I left because I was like, I'm going home. So didn't, bother to do whatever. Got home. It's whatevs. Didn't even bother to look at the check. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking that the corporation is going to stiff me. This isn't like a comedy club that I'm worried about or anything like that. Because normally I'll check the check when I'm a bit concerned that there might be some miscommunication or whatever. I'm not worried about that. But I get home and I look at the check and it's made out to Barry Laminack. Barry, Liminick. Not an A to be found. There's not a goddamn A in sight. Not a one. Not a one. There's an eyes. There's eyes all over the place. Plenty of eyes to be had. So then I was like, fuck. And I knew better because this has happened before where they've spelled my name wrong. And then I was unable to cash the check, which means now I've got to get a new check. So I was like, oh, fuck. So I was like, well, I've got to risk it. Well, then I had radio on Monday, so I really didn't have time to run to the bank because I was taking care of some other shit. So I was like, well, I'll do it on Tuesday. And then I had a meeting on Tuesday that I had moved. So I moved that to Tuesday and then didn't have time to do it to then because ESPN called again. Was like, hey, Jeremy can't make it. Could you come in, fill in one more day? I was like, yeah, bet. No worries. Didn't get to go. So I went today to do it. And, of course, what's L-I-M-I-N-I-C-K? I was like, yeah, bro, I'm out here. I'm still in Barry Liminick's shit. Yeah, it's really obvious that Barry Liminick, I'm out here thieving from a guy, another. I found a man named Barry Liminick. I just happened to find a guy who, by the way, is getting paid in checks the same amount of another check that I got, which is weird because, I don't know, maybe that's his corporate rate. Fucking moron. Get your shit together, Ted. What are you doing? Fucking Ted. So he's just throwed. He's just, I mean, you could just see smoke coming out and there was like equations and fractions floating in the air and numbers are passing and I'm seeing him on his window. He's like, he's like, well, I don't understand. Is it L-I-M-I? I'm like, yeah, bro. Look at the name. You don't think people misspell Liminick all the time? I was like, well, it's me. It's me. Barry Liminick is Barry Liminick. Like that. I didn't take a check from Barry Johnson and try to pass this shit off, bro. It's a misspelling. It's a typo. They messed it up. Well, I would have to talk to a supervisor. I was like, I could have just wrote in an A at the beginning and the end and then initialed it and pretended like they initialed it and you wouldn't have fucking known. Like, I didn't say fucking, but I was like, and you wouldn't have known, right? He was like, well, I guess you could have done that. No, I 100% could have done that because I've done it before. He was like, you have? I was like, yeah, bro. People do that all the time. Y'all just don't know. Like, how do you know who initialed it? He was like, well, you have a point there. Yeah, I know. But I thought, why waste time? We're all adults here. He was like, good point. I'm like, what the fuck? What are we doing, Ted? Lock it up, bro. I got shit to do. I've been sitting in this goddamn line for 25 minutes, Ted. Fuck. Let's lock it up, man. Cece said, I already hate the way that man talks. I kind of maybe put him on a little Charlie Palillo / Jeremy Branham talk sound thing. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't fair. But I was like, God, bro, let's just use some common sense. So, yeah. And then I get back here, and then chaos ensues because I'm trying to get, I got very little show prep done, trying to get everything else done. I'm supposed to get shit set up for Hop Scholar, and I did, and then it didn't save. So about 4 hours of work this morning was gone. And I had promised them that I would get it set up last night, but I passed out. Not drunk, I just got tired and went to sleep. So it's all screwed up. But Mark G! Sir, thank you for resubscribing for 28 months! Total Dallas! Sir, thank you for resubscribing for 34 months. I very much appreciate that. Chuck D said edibles. What? Me edibles? No. Nope. I mean, I have I have CBD gummies, which, by the way, if you do take CBD gummies, bitches, stock the hell up. Stock up now.
Heck yeah!
See, he knows. Stock up now. Captain Pope! You're the man, sir. Thank you for gifting a sub to Chuck Diddly D. Appreciate you, man. That's very kind of you, Captain Pope. Yeah, no, stock up, bro, because that's about to all go away. Damn you, Texas, just another reason I'm ready to leave. God bless it. I'm so sick of this shit. Texas is getting on my ever-loving nerves. I'm telling you right now. I'm serious. You know what? I know I'm supposed to love my home state and all that bullshit, but man, they're making it tougher and tougher to live here. They really are. I mean, instead of like getting closer to legalizing weed, now they're taking away CBD. What the fuck? What are we doing, Texas? Jesus Christ. Hold on, I forgot. What hold on, let me catch up here. What up, AJB? What up, Chuck Dunaway? Jen and Donna and Mr. Mina. He said, glad it's back. The chat is straight basura at 97.5. Oh, really? Oh, imagine that. It's toxic, huh? Go figure. What up, Rudy Rod? What up, Total Dallas? Alex Villanueva. Chuck D said, was it enough for you to not drink Ghetto Diet Coke? No. What up, Cisco? Hi from High. You're on mute in my pocket because I'm with the owner of the winery. Respect. Tony the Handsome said, Lemonix Snickets, series of unfortunate banking. Well done, sir. Well done indeed. It could have said Berry Lemonade. No, it couldn't have. What up, Brian Pettit? Good to see you, man. Who else is there? Donna, my sweet Donna. Let's see. CBD is not trash, sir. Bite your tongue. Let's see. This state is garbage. Yes, it is. Go on, get. She said, go on, get. Flip said, go where? Look, Nora is ready. Nora's like, have you looked at for radio jobs in other markets? I was like, not really. She's like, you should. I was like, yeah, maybe I should, huh? I really haven't, but maybe I should. She's like, yeah, why not? I was like, yeah, I guess I could, huh? So, haven't done that yet, but maybe I will. Maybe I will. Let's see. Let's see. Are they getting rid of edibles? Yes. Let's see. Chuck D is going away because it's fake. It's not fake. Captain Pope said, Barry, I'm thinking about moving to Seattle or Denver. Oh, I'm an RN like your wife. Has she thought about travel nursing? Trying new places out. Hey, thank you for the 300 bits, sir. God, we got a whole ass hype train going. Is that what I'm seeing? Is this a hype train? Is that hype train level 2? Jeez Louise, peoples. Jeez Louise. Hey, baby. Hey, buddy. Thank you guys for the hype train. Captain Pope said, get the damn hat on. Let's get it. Old man in Seattle said, we're full. Sorry, folks. Shitter's full. Oh, snap. Got the shot glass out. Got the hat on. Looking like a full-fledged fucking idiot. All right, here we go. This is, God bless America. This is getting wild. Holy shit. What does this say? Jen! Jen? Your kid got kicked out of school? Jen, what did your kid get kicked out of school for? Cheers, everybody. I just want y'all to know I missed the shit out of you. Like actual feces. I missed it. All of it. I missed the poop out of every single one of you. This show, I didn't realize how much I need this show in my life every day. I love you guys. I missed you guys. Cheers to you. Thank you for the hype train, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't got to all your biddies yet, but I promise I will. I missed you. I'm glad to be back. Thank you for the hype train. Cheers. Bam. It's probably not good that I'm drinking. I have some bad news. I'm glad we're doing a show, but I have a gig tonight in, where the fuck is it? On the Bolivar Peninsula, which means I have to leave this bitch at 5. Like I have to leave here at 5. So I'll probably have to cut it short at like 4:30 today just to make it on time. This month has been insane in the best way. I'd rather be like this than being like, I'm not making no money. I'm going to have to get a corporate gig. So trust and believe. Let's see. Yeah, so Donna asked the question, is she willing to leave her family? And well, let's get to that. But I want to thank everybody for this badass hot train. I like it. Jen, I want to find out what the damn kid did. What the kid do? We're going to get to that. Joe Bro! Thank you for the 303 biddies, homie. It's good to see you and your flowing locks of love. I got creepy. Captain Poe! Captain Pope said, get the damn hat on. Thank you for the 400 bits and the 110 bits. He said, can we blame Senator Cruz? Yeah, he has some to do with it, although I'm sure not much. I think it's more of a state thing. I don't think it's a Ted Cruz thing, but I'm sure if he was here, he'd vote against it. Although I don't know. Jared Taylor! Thank you for the gifted sub to old ass man in Seattle. Donna! Thank you for the 21 bits, my sweet, sweet Donna. Thank you so much, sweet thing. Captain Pope! Captain Pope, thank you for the 100 bits. He said, no income tax in Seattle, though. Colorado has it. Ugh. Yeah. Well, we can talk about Colorado a little bit. Captain Pope, thank you for the 200 bits. Hype train level 2, bitches. We're at level 3 hype train, 1%, 2 minutes left. Wow, what a way to come back. I was in Colorado, not last week, the week before. Like I said, this month has been insane. And I stopped to get gas. Oh, is it Fred's birthday? Damn, happy birthday, Fred. I stopped to get gas. It was like $3.59. Thanks a lot, Obama. What? I was like, yeah, we ain't moving to Colorado. I don't give a damn how much weed they have. I'm not paying $3. And what's crazy is I was just in Kansas and filled up on my way into Colorado and paid $2.40, $2.60. And then you just cross that state line and it's $3.70, not Y-Sway. Houseway. I was like, you know what? Denver's cool. You're right, Chuck. Chuck said Denver's cool AF. Yeah, it is. And Denver is a city that I have always wanted to live in. 4 seasons, and I'm not talking about the hotel. You have 4 different seasons. You have a winter, you have a summer, you have a spring and a fall. You have climates and snow, and you have the mountains, and you have, sports. You have all 3 major sports plus hockey. You have legal weed. You have the big city, but you have, what's the word I'm looking for? Outdoor activities. I mean, you have a lot of things that you can do. It's somewhat close to the West Coast. I mean, there's a lot of things, a lot of reasons. But man, cost of living. I didn't even look at I didn't even look and see let's look at Zillow. I don't even know what a house would cost in Denver. Let me look. Let's see. Current location. Let's go. Oh no, stop it. Get out of here. Stop it! Get out of here. Get the motherfucking ass, bitch ass. Denver Co. Here we go. Our boy Justin All right. Oh, Chuck D in the place to be. Chuck, my man. Thank you for the 100 biddies, my friend. Chuck, much appreciated, man. So, let's see. Level 3 hype train, 2%, 2 subs, 2,434 bits. You guys are the tits, man. Much appreciated. Let's snooze these ads. Get out of here, you stupid ass ads. All right, here's Zillow. Here we go. Let's check this out real quick. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so this is home prices in Denver Co. I probably wouldn't live in the city. I would probably live on the outskirts. I was in Sterling, Colorado, not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, which is northeast corner of the state. Sterling is, where was it? It was like an hour 45 outside of Denver. It was along this, there it goes. There's Sterling right there. So we'll look on the outside here. Let's look in the suburbs. Oh, we don't want to live by the airport. That's a big old no. Let's look in, let's go here. Sherrillwood. Actually, you know what you need to look up? Crime Map. That's how you find a home when you're not from the city. Denver Crime Map. That's how you do it. ArcGIS Public Crime Map. Yes. What was that? This shit was just a beepity-beeping. What the hell was that? Chuck, thank you for the 100 bits. Captain Pope. Thank you for the 100 bits, Captain Pope. Captain Pope said, thinking rent initially, test drive it before you buy anything. Yeah, not a bad idea. Where's the, here we go. Neighborhood Scout. That's what I usually use. There we go. Neighborhood Scout. And then like the lighter the blue, the less crime. And this is why you never go near the airport. Look at that. So Victory Crossing North, avoid. So like where I was headed is about where you would want to be. Twin Lakes, Berkeley. Yeah, so that north area, that's where we wanted to be at. And then kind of this central area here in the mid. So we were up here, right? We were, let's see. Oh, well, let's just get the name of that. Twin Lakes West. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see here. Denver, Colorado, Twin Lakes West. Let's find a home in Twin Lakes. Shit. All right. Here we go. Let's see. All right, this one's $1.5 million. 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,743 square feet. Here's one. It's a townhouse. 2 beds, 3 baths, 1,600 square feet, $629K. Here's 1.27 million, 2,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. Here's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath house, 936 square feet, is $419,000. Oh, okay. Here's a townhome for $315K, which is $1,100. Yeah, 700 square foot home for $350K. Okay. Yeah, this is not what I signed up for. Yep. Nope. Where the shit was that? Goodness gracious. Let's get all up in here. Let's see. Oh, here's a $1.5 million home. Let's see what that is. Oh boy, that's pretty. 4,400 square feet. My goodness. Here's $799K for 1,400. Yeah, so I think basically what we have resolved to what we figured out is here's 675K. That'll get you 1,100 square feet. Fuck Denver. Okay? I'm just going to say it right now. Fuck Denver. Not moving there. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's crazy. I'm not doing that. Golly. Hey, what up, Sweaty Poo? Justin said, you rang? Bro, those numbers are ridiculous. That ain't, What up, Perry? No phone, who this? Yo, that's crazy. Nope, not doing that. Not doing that at all. Nope. And then Nora, her whole, she doesn't mind. And Donna had said, what about family? Her thing is like, I don't really care about, like, she's like, I'm ready to move. She hates this godforsaken state, and I don't blame her. And Tony said one of their congresswomen will jerk you in a theater. Okay, I'm back in. And go out in the mountains. It's cheaper to live in the mountains? What? Jen said we had 3 seasons today. That's probably kind of true. Chris, here in South Carolina, gas is $2.50 a gallon. That's true. What's the temperature right now? South Carolina. Joe Bro said, come on, Laminack. We have 6 or 8 seasons here, but 5 of them are summer. That's true. Jared said San Diego's nice. Oh, Nora loved San Diego. Yeah, but you thought those homes were expensive? Shit. In my wire voice. Man, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Welcome back, Cisco. No, I'm not. You crazy. You crazy. Look at Sloan's Lake house prices. Is that worse? Is that worse or better? Justin said, oh, bro, it's ridiculous. Is it worse or better? Is Sloan's Lake worse or better? Oh, got a buddy in Evergreen? Okay. Nasty Nate said, dude, crime is everywhere. Yeah, no shit, Nate. I understand that. You're talking to a guy who had a bullet go through his window right there. I mean, I literally could touch the hole as I sit here. No shit, crime is everywhere. I get that. Jared Taylor said, crime map and sex offender map. That's how you find a good price on a home. Yeah, my buddy Jesse Payton has a really funny joke. He's like, yeah, man, I went to one of those crime map things, and it shows you where all the registered sex offenders are. It turns out there are 5 sex offenders in my neighborhood. Do you know how weird it is living next to 4 sex offenders? That's a pretty funny joke. It's a pretty funny joke. Perry said popped in to say hello, peeps. Got to get back to work. Damn you, Perry! He has to bear-proof his outdoor trash can. Oh, Lord. No. See, Nora would be out on, she's out on cold. She's out on bears. Nora's like, I told Nora, I was like, hey, we could move to Denver. She's like, that's cool. I'll just quit my job in the winter. What? She's like, I ain't driving in snow. People drive in snow all the time. She's like, I am not getting out in the cold, and I am not driving in the snow. Like, well, okay. So that was a while back. So then I'm like, well, if you're telling me we need to move somewhere, or you're ready to move, you've already eliminated half the goddamn country. Because it snows pretty much anywhere below. It snows in Dallas. Like, you have eliminated the vast majority of this great country of ours. Like, shit. Jared Taylor, I don't know if I said it, but thank you for gifting Old Man of Seattle a sub, sir. Thank you. Captain Pope, Thank you for the 100 bits. Captain Pope said, think the bullet was an assassination attempt from a competitor in Houston media market. No, Josh Ennis doesn't. He couldn't even get a gun. They won't give him to. Never mind. I shouldn't do it. No. No, I don't believe that. I think it was. I have it on video when they shot it. I have it. I actually have because I have cameras all around my house. Like you can't get into a door or a window in my house without being on camera. Period. Like I have video for 2 different angles. But the problem was they were down the street when they shot it, so it's obviously not good. Thank you, Captain Pope said that was good. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chuck D. Thank you. And this is on the sex offender map. Because he molested a donut. All right. You know what? This is not. Guys, grow up. Okay? Grow up. And then someone's going to run and tell him. And then he's going to come back. And I don't give a fuck. I've never given a fuck. Okay? So, if you think an armadillo and the flower bed is bad, try a bear in your bushes. Says my wife. It's my nickname, Bear. Like, I'd be like, hey, Bear. Okay. Anyways, that was a sex joke. You know, the bushes, bear, cooter. Okay. Anyways, you know what? If you have to explain the joke, Josh Ennis probably told it. All right, stop with the roasting of the stop it. Stop. There's no reason to do it. All right. I give up. Okay, listen. What up, John Dorier? I'll buy you a real Diet Coke. Sir, I'll have you know I've been drinking a lot more Gatorade as of late. I love the Sheraton downtown across from the Paramount Cafe. Otherwise, fuck Denver. Well, okie dokie. Very aggressive, CC. Very aggressive. Jen, now it's your turn. I need to know. I don't think you pay taxes there after it's paid for. What? What? Your house? Golden, Colorado. Yeah. Good God, that's expensive. Yeah. Jen, I need to know what the kiddo did. First of all, which kiddo got kicked out and what did they do? I need to know. Do I need to call the office? Do I need to make a phone call? Do I need to get them out of school, prison? While Jen is typing, I watched today while I was working on the stuff for Hop Scholar that I wasted 4 hours on and lost it. So pissed about this. But I watched the new Jamie Foxx special. It's out. Do not watch this around anyone that you're trying to prove your manhood or be manly about. Okay? Don't watch the new Jamie Foxx comedy special around anyone that you're trying to be tough or macho. You know what I mean? It is, it's gut-wrenching. It was, if you didn't hear, a while back, Jamie Foxx was in the hospital. People thought he was dead. And so the whole special is just talking about the incident and what happened. And I'm not going to spoil any of it in case you want to watch it. But I will tell you, you know me, I cry easy. I'm a crier. Not like a town crier, like, hear ye, fuck Josh Ennis. I don't do that. I'm saying like, you know that. Man, it was a tearjerker. He was bawling on stage. It was sad. It was sad. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Worse. Joe Burrow could get on an actual buffalo in Colorado. That is true. That is true. That is true. Let's see. Well, now we know the only bar in Denver that CC hasn't been kicked out of. Jen. CC said, mind your business, Joe Burrow. It's just like, yeah, because Cleveland is on the list. Jen, I need to know what happened to the kiddo. What happened to the kiddo, Jen? What did the kiddo do? I need to know. In the meantime, for those of you, he was fighting? Did he start it or did he finish it? Because that's important. Like, I need to know, like, what happened. Why was he fighting? Was he defending your honor? Did someone make a mama joke like, your mama's so fat, that bitch bought a Malcolm X jacket and helicopters tried to land on her back. And he was like, what the fuck? Bam, bitch. Oh, you feel like he started it? So he's a bully. Okay. Well, apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Jim bullies me, y'all. Jim bullies me. I just need y'all to know this, chat. I need y'all to know Jen bullies me. She texts me and she yells at me. I feel like if we worked in a cubicle environment together, she would just walk up and slap the shit out of the back of my head and just be like, fuck you, Laminack. I'd be like, I own the business. I don't give a fuck. Okay. She's a bully. Cisco said, hashtag hands up, chins down. Get the tape from the school and we can do a film sesh. Oh, yes. Jen, I need that tape, man. I need that tape. I need that tape. I need that tape. I need that tape. Mark said, did you see her final score? She bullied the fuck out of Jesus. Jen. Barry has to be bullied to get shit done. Yes. That's true. That's very true. I'm so pissed about fantasy, man. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about fantasy. Fuck fantasy. Man. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. So if y'all worked in a cubicle together, she'd unplug your workstation every day at random times. She would. She would. She'd be probably walking into my cube and shit would just be moved. She put thumbtacks in my chair. I had somebody do that to me once. It's one of the only times I got slapped. And like this dude, it was like this dude always picked on me. He was a bully. This is a true story. And it was, I want to say it was 7th grade? I don't remember what grade it was. It was junior high. But these dudes used to pick on me. These two dudes. And one of them put a thumbtack on my chair. One of them flat ones that had the little, it was like a gold thumbtack. They're like flat. And I didn't see it. And I sat down. I was like, God damn. Like when you get like, when it picas like that, your ass itches. I was like, hey, goddamn. And then I felt it. And I knew right away, because when you have a bully, you know. You know what I mean? And I turned around and he was laughing. And I was like, okay, bitch. Okay. Now you done poked my ass. Like, now I'm pissed. So I asked, we were doing something, and I was like, can I sharpen my pencil? And the teacher was like, yeah, you can sharpen your pencil. I was like, cool. So I picked up my book, and this was like, I don't know, social studies or Texas history or whatever. It was that thick. Because the pencil sharpener was behind his desk. My bully's desk. Back corner. Because he's like here, and it's behind his desk. He's just working. Because, he's a bully. He ain't scared of me. I ain't going to do nothing to him. Can I sharpen my pencil? Mm-hmm. He don't even know. I get my book. Like, I don't have a book around here. Like if this paper's my book, right? Like I fold it up and I stand up with it like this. And I walk to the back and I'm holding my book under my arm like this. Big ass fucking book. And it was one of them fucking manual pencils. And I just left the pencil in the fucking sharpener. And I took that book and I was like, wow! I hit that motherfucker on the back of his head with that book. Wow! Fuck that dude. Boom! And then I got my pencil. And the teacher was like, Barry? I was like, what? He was like, he hit me on the back of the head. I was like, no, I didn't. She's like, get out in the hall right now. Man, and then later on, he saw me. He slapped the shit out of me. I wasn't expecting it. It was like a blood and Crips thing after that. When I wasn't expecting, I'm walking down the hall. He just, bow, slapped the shit out of me out of nowhere. Oh, fuck, I heard stars and shit. Or saw stars. Like my ears were ringing. I thought I was going to fucking pass out. I was like, God damn. It was, man. Usually they say when you stand up to a bully, they'll stop. Not this one. Not this one. It just triggered him and made it worse. But he knew I wasn't going to take his shit. Joe Burrow said 7-pound history book is a great equalizer. Stun him within and stab him in the neck with a sharp pencil. I did think about it. When I saw, bow! I did think about getting in and just be like, like prison style. To be like, boop, 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 and then hand it to somebody as I walk by. Take that. Like prison, like when you shank somebody in prison, you just be like, and then you keep walking, and then they hand it to somebody, then you hand it to somebody, and then they hand it. And before you know it, that fucking shank has been in through 15 hands, and it's all the way across the prison yard. It's gone. I thought about that. But, yeah. Yeah. Arthur said, you got rocked if you start hearing stars. Right? He's like, pow! It's like, I can hear them shooting. I'm like, oh, shit. I can hear colors. I hear red. I'm fucked up. I can hear yellow. Damn, I'm fucked up. Yeah, he slapped the shit out of me. Barry pulled it out pool holes on that some bitch. I sure did, boy. I fucked him up. My teacher was pissed. Never sent me to the office. Because she knew. Because I would tell her, I'd be like, man, this dude is fucking with me. This dude is always picking on me. And she would be like, well, you just... And then I was like, I'm sick of it. She's like, well, I'm like, he's always fucking with me. And one day I'm going to lose my shit. And she's like, well, I'm like, I'm telling you, one day I'm going to fight back. And she's like, well, don't just tell me. I'm like, no, fuck, I know. I'm going to fight back. Because I was scrawny as a kid, man. I was, especially in junior high, I was scrawny. Kendall Bose said, Barry, I missed part of your Tucker take from 97.5, but I believe you flipped your take. On here, we're not okay with him leaving. Said it would indicate the Astros are no longer serious about winning. Thank you for the 300 bits, sir. Did I say that? I miss when you could get in a fight in school and just get a paddle instead of detention or whatnot. Ugh, I hated SWATs. I'd rather have detention. I don't like people. I don't like people touching me. Don't hit me. I don't like that. I don't like that. Jen said, I'm not going to pick up my nonviolent child. Be back shortly. Oh, I'm going to pick up my nonviolent child. He's scrubbing the tile on the patio. Can't hear shit. That's funny. Over the summer. Yeah, you're probably right. you're probably right. And that was before they made no effort or a futile effort with Bregman. And a lot of it, I think, has happened since then, has probably caused me to change my stance. And I think, too, part of it is when you know the inevitable is coming, at that point, it just becomes, would you rather? Or what's, at this point, it was like, well, they're not going to sign him because they're not signing anybody else. So then it was like, because my thought process at the time, if I'm not mistaken, was, okay, if you're not going to sign Bregman, that means you're saving the money for Tucker, which I was good with. Okay? That was my point. And if I recall now, it was like, yes, okay, if you're not going to sign Bregman, that means you're saving the money to keep Tucker. Great. Because I think Tucker has more value than Bregman. I'm good with that. Yeah. 100% good with that. But then it became obvious, or becomes obvious, that they're like, probably not going to do that with either of them. And then it was like, oh, well, at least. And so, that's why I think my take kind of changed, because it was like, well, at least go get value for him, because up until now, they've just been hemorrhaging talent. And so, yes, the take has changed. The take has changed. I'm happy that they got something for a star that they probably weren't going to re-sign. Because at least they got young talent. They got somebody, they got a serviceable, potential star. They got a good arm with potential. And they got a young prospect who could be a stud third baseman or a stud infielder. So he could be the next Alex Bregman, honestly. Which beats the alternative of, well, sure sucks to see all these guys leave. So that's why the change of heart. Because the original take was, okay, if you're not going to sign Bregman, then it must mean it's because you're saving money for Tucker, which I would be fine with if that's the case. But it's not. Wall said, is Bregman gone? Technically, officially, no. But the Astros right now appear to be one of, if not the lowest offer on the board. Their offer isn't going to come close to. Donna said Captain Pope is the new DeMata. Their offer isn't coming close to what the Yankees are going to offer. I mean, I think there was 4 teams. They said there's 4 teams that are there. It's like the Blue Jays, the Yankees, the Red Sox. Oh, I'd have to look it up now. Let me go to MLB trade rumors. MLB trade rumors. Oh, let me pull it up. Mets and Alex Reyes agreed to a minor league deal. Okay. Let's see. Where will Pete Alonso end up? I wish it was the Astros. Let's see. Astros rumors. Oh, Astros signed Joe Hudson to a minor league deal. Okay. Let's see. Where was the Bregman offer? Oh, that was Arenado. Cubs acquired Tucker. Oh, I'm just looking for the Bregman shit. Where's the? Yeah. I wouldn't say are likely to land Arenado. He's not on the list. Let me see. Bregman trade Bregman free. Let's see if I can find Bregman teams. Where will Bregman land in free agency? Here we go. MLB.com. Where will Bregman land in free agency? Where's the teams? I know the Yankees were big on him. I saw Toronto was in as a late player. I think the Padres. No, it was the Padres. Where the fuck? I can't find the link now. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I had the link in our show notes with Joel, and I don't have access to that doc anymore. But yeah, there were a few teams that are in, and the problem becomes the Astros just aren't. Their offer is just not competitive enough. Let me see if I can. Bregman. Yankees and Cody Bellinger. Tucker. Yeah, I can't find it. So that's why I won't. Mina, please, Barry. I can't see Singleton on first or hitting. That won't be the case. Yeah, it won't be Singleton. He'll probably be the backup. I can see Two-Way and Bregman, the new Bagwell and BGO lifers. No. Captain Pope said I can see them moving Fromber, making Bregman an Astro for life. I would love it. I would be fine with it. But I don't know. Because the problem is the amount of time of length of contract and stuff. That's the issue. The Astros don't get into those deals outside of Altuve. They just don't make those deals. And that's what Bregman's on his last deal. So Bregman wants a bad contract. And what I mean by that is he wants a good contract for him, but what's going to be a bad contract for other teams at the end of it. I mean, it might be good for them for the foreseeable future, but it's going to have bad years at the end. When he's 37, 38, 39, and his skills are diminishing. But for the next 4 or 5 years, it's going to be a Nolan Arenado situation, right? His bat's going to fade. His defense will still be good, but the dollar value won't match the production. He's still a good major leaguer, but the dollars don't make sense at that point. So, yeah, you're basically, what you're paying for, Captain Pope, is you're paying for the history if you're paying Alex Bregman. You're going to be paying for the history and a couple of years. So, and then the conundrum is, what do you give up for Nolan Arenado? And what are the Cardinals willing to accept? Are they getting better offers? Because the Astros they're not a good trade team from a farm system standpoint. But what I think people are sleeping on, and I've heard several people say, oh, the Astros aren't going to be able to make a lot of trades because they don't have the farm system. Yeah, you're right. They don't have the farm system. But they got a shit ton of major league ready arms. In fact, they have their cup runneth over on major league arms. So you have to. I mean, that's where it starts and ends, right? Is now you're talking about if you're going to get an Arenado, are you sending like an Urquidy? Are you sending Luis Garcia? Are you sending something like that? Because you've got so many pitchers that might be the option. You're not sending Fromber. You're not doing that. God, if they did that, that'd be awful. Unless St. Louis is throwing in, can't miss top prospects and hopefully another bat or an arm. But Fromber is an elite talent. So you're not doing that for Arenado. Boone said, will Bregman switch positions? No, he can't. I mean, he was a shortstop coming up, but not doing that. And why would he? There are plenty of teams that are courting him to play third base. So.
Very nice.
Hey, Cristiano. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Much appreciated. If they trade Nolan at his age, just pay Bregman front loaded. No, part of the reason, Alex, is Nolan Arenado's contract is some of that is paid for by the Rockies. And you would, of course, if you're smart, which I'm sure Dana Brown would try to get the Cardinals to also step up and pay a little bit of the contract. Hey, you don't want this guy? If we're going to give you, oh, that's right. But if you're trying to do that, then what you do is you go to, is he not? If you're trying to do that, then you go and say, we'll take Arenado, but the Rockies are covering, what is it, $5 million or $10 million or whatever. We want you to match that. And then we're going to give you a really good arm, you know what I mean, in the process and make it worth it or whatever. Maybe an arm that's still under team control and is not going to cost you much in arbitration, but is a quality arm, and they see value in that, and they maybe are willing to pay some of Arenado's money. And so it becomes a benefit to them in that regard. They're getting a young plus arm that has team control for several years. So that's why it might work. And at the same time, be a smart fiscal decision still for the Astros if they could get the Cardinals to buy in on that. But because somebody said that on the radio, they were like, well, it doesn't make sense. I think it was actually BMAC. He was like, this is stupid. It's the same thing. It's just all this. I mean, if you're not going to do Bregman at that long, no, it's not the same. The Rockies are pitching in, and if the Cardinals pitch in, and it's not the same. By the way, I had a great time filling in on the Killer Bees, but I had told y'all, I'm sick of talking about the fucking Texans. Jesus Christ. Can we talk about something else? My God. That's all we talked about for 5 fucking days. That's it. Fuck. I was like, yeah, Joel, I love you. I mean, it's not his fault. I was like, fuck, man. I'm sick of talking about these fuckers, and they're my team. Bless his heart. I would bring up something else and be like, thank you. Fuck that. Let me see. Jose. What? Let's see. Oh, you dirty oh, there it goes. What the shit? Inactive. Overview. Oh, that's Astros. Oh, wow. Retained Jose Abreu. Ugh. Deferred Zach Greinke. Minor leagues Rafael Montero. Boy, this is tough. This is tough. Let's see. I would like to see 2025. Yeah, I can't find the status of Jose Urquidy at all in here. It just doesn't show it. Huh. Well, I will try to. Oh, here we go. Maybe it's got his. It says he's a free agent. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the Wikipedia says he's a free agent. There we go. Okay. Exceeded rookie limits, not updated. Okay. Contract status not updated. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Should I bet Greedy could play third? Texans will press the Chiefs offense. Yeah, their defense will for sure. That was one other thing I wanted to talk about. Please, Barry. Let's see, what was it? Oh my God, what was it? Captain Pope said, hate to rehash last week's news, but if you were Astros GM, what are you doing with Bregman and Fromber? Thank you for the 100 bits. I mean, you can only do so much. If Jim Crane's not going to spend the money, he's just not going to spend the money. So I kind of feel bad for Dana Brown, man. If you're hamstrung, you're hamstrung. And if you know that you're not going to be able to lock Fromber up as well because you're going to be in the same boat as Kyle Tucker, well, then you look for suitors. Now, I have a different opinion than others on this. Well, I shouldn't say others. I mean, like, I think Joel and I forget who else it was, but I think teams become desperate at the trade deadline, especially for arms like Fromber, and even as a rental. Now, if you could get a deal done in the offseason and, they can get them for a full year, great. But there's no rush on that because you could still move him at the deadline and get something. But I still think you have to get something. You have to. You just can't let him walk. Those days have to be over for the Astros. The days of superstars just walking out are over. That ended. That has to end starting now. And hopefully Kyle Tucker is the beginning of that end. So that's what I would do. I mean, if you sit down with Jim Crane in his office and it's just the two of you and he goes, and you say, this is what it's going to take most likely to re-sign Fromber. And he says, we ain't doing that. Well, do I have your blessing to seek a trade? Yes. All right. Let me get on the horn. And that's it. So, yeah. And that's the thing. Yeah. They got Correa, Springer, Cole. A lot of guys walked for nothing. I mean, more than just that. But that's the start. So, yeah, you've got to get value for these guys. And look, if that's here's the thing. I'm not knocking the Astros philosophy. If that's how you run your organization, who are we to shit on it? They've been the most successful franchise in baseball for the last 7+ years. Bar none. Don't come at me with the Dodgers. Don't come at me with the Yankees. I don't want to hear shit about any other team. Nobody in baseball has been more successful than the Astros over the last 7 years. So for fans or pundits or know-it-alls with a microphone in their face to sit here and shit on their philosophy is foolish until it doesn't work. In the meantime, it's been working. They let George Springer go. What has he done since? They let Dallas Keuchel walk. What has he done since? Garrett Cole and Charlie Morton, and when Joel and I talked about this last week, but Garrett Cole and Charlie Morton are really the only guys who really performed up to their level after they walked. And that's it. For the most part, everybody else fell off. Correa had a down year. Now, he picked it up a little bit after that, but Minnesota has not seen the value that they paid for Correa. Would the Astros have gotten that value here? Maybe so. But the Twins haven't reaped the benefit of it. Correa said, Captain Pope said Correa's been decent with the Twins. But what'd that get him? What did that get him? I mean, hell, they got caught by the Royals down the stretch with no Correa. And now there's discussions of they would consider moving that contract. So, and he had some injury issues, and we knew that as Astro fans. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not mad at Jim Crane, and I'll give you a good example of this, okay? So next time someone wants to shit on your Astros and talk shit about Jim Crane, just remember this. There was a team that had a pretty decent amount of success year over year over year, that when they didn't think a player had value anymore, bye-bye. That team was the New England Patriots. And the New England Patriots had a system, and they had a way of doing business. And they were like, this is how we operate. This is what we believe in. This is our business philosophy. We're not going to sign these kind of contracts. We're not going to do these kind of things. We're going to draft this. We're going to do that. And if it doesn't fit, doesn't matter. The New England Patriots rarely made a sexy signing or a sexy trade or a sexy splash or a sexy draft pick. Rarely. Randy Moss. But I mean, even when they drafted Gronk or it was just like, oh. And then you look up and you go, wow. Look how that worked out. But at the time, nothing was sexy. Nothing was super sexy. Randy was it. That's right, Captain Pope. Randy was the only one that was super sexy. So it's like, that's their business plan. Think of it as a business plan. You write out a business plan and say, this is how my business is going to be successful. And then you stick to that business plan, and that's the Astros business plan. We don't sign long-term deals with superstars after they get out of their team control arbitration eligible contracts. We will sign them to good money, but we will not be hamstrung by ridiculous Alex, oh my God, why am I blinking? Alex Rodriguez, Albert Pujols type deals. We just won't do that to ourselves. But they'll still sign dumb deals. Jose Abreu, Rafael Montero. They'll still spend dumb money, but those are short-term deals at least. You imagine if they would have Albert Pujols themselves with Jose Abreu? So, don't be discouraged because the Astros aren't out here signing these stupid ass deals. Don't be. Captain Pope said Lance McCullers Jr. Yeah, Lance McCullers Jr. signed a 5-year, $85 million contract with the Astros. He signed that deal in 2022. And what's funny is, up until then, he had no injury issues, or because we had talked about this on the show too, but I was trying to figure out, when did he do the 24 curveballs in a row versus the Yankees and all that? That was the 2017 World Series. He pitched at 18. He pitched at 19. I mean, like, he missed 2023 and 2024. But he pitched in 2022. If I pull up his stats, where the fuck is his stats at? This is all his payroll. But he really had his injury problems bigly over the last 2 years, where it's just been a complete disaster, where you've got nothing out of him. So, and it's a 5-year deal, and you just lost 2. So, yeah, and man, bitch you in the ass. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? He pitched in, this is his games and years. 22, 2015, 14, 2016, 22, 2017, 25, 2018, 11 in 2020. But that was the COVID season. So he missed 2019. He pitched in 28 games in 2021. He pitched in 8 games in 2022, missed 2023, missed 2024. Yeah, not good. But up until then, he had missed 1 season, and every other season he had pitched in 28, 11, 25, 22, 14, and 22. So you just could not predict that as soon as he signed that deal, he would pitch in 8 games for the entirety of the contract. That's just bad luck. That's just bad luck. Just bad luck. Don't get me started on that. I brought that up on the show too. I cracked the code. I know why all this shit is happening. HEB curse. Brought that up. Boy, I dropped so many gems on that show. Jeez. So many gems I could have done on this show. Joe Bro said, oof, that shakes out more like a 2.5 year, $85 million contract. Yeah. Shit, more like 2 years if he pitches next year. Joe Bro, I agree about the Pats comparison, but scouting and talent evaluation is the key. Yup. Walton, I literally told someone Monday that I compare the Astros to the Pats. He's a Cowboys fan, so he couldn't understand. That's hilarious. It's true, though. It's true. It's true. It's true. Bury him in the HEB. That's funny, Joe Pro. That's funny. Clarence, that's hilarious, bro. Clarence said, hey, guys, I'm new to the show. I saw you on the ESPN 97.5. Thought you were funny, so I came here. What's up, Jack? Yeah. You gonna eat them taters, Alan? What's up, Clarence? Good to see you, buddy. Boy, my mom is flustered, bro. You got Jenny as mom flustered, man. I just can't beat Clarence. He beat me last year in the playoffs. He beat me twice this year. He done beat me again in the playoffs, Barry. I just can't beat him. Oh, shut up, Cisco. No. Oh, Spoon said their chat and I went at it about what? The Chiefs? Some toxic shit, I'm sure. Let me see. I was going to, let me do something here real quick. Chat. Yeah, I dropped a ton of, I felt like I did. I mean, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I don't want to get too cocky and be like, boy, I dropped a lot of gems on that show. And everybody's like, no, the fuck you didn't. Okay. Son of a bitch. Yep. No, people were hoping B-Mac would be fired. Oh, you're at my company Christmas party, so kind of drunk. When are you showing your tits? No, I'm not showing my tits. Not doing it. No. Not doing it, sir. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. Would not be prudent. Nope. Sorry, bud. Sorry, folks. Park's closed. Moose out front. Should have told you. I didn't get to tell you guys the story of what happened at my, I mentioned it on the ESPN show. How many bits for a glass of wine? We need to do that, but I can't open it without Nora. So once it's open, I'll have a glass of wine and I'll do all the tricks you taught me. But I can't open it without Nora. She'd be pissed. But once we do open it for dinner, which won't be tonight because I have that gig in Bolivar Peninsula or some bullshit. Which, by the way, what time is it? 4:04. Okay. Got to get out of here at 4:30. Can't fucking be late to this gig. So I'm at this corporate gig, right? And I had told these people, I do need to show you guys the Congo bottle of wine. But I had told these people that I said, look, and I don't know, did I tell this story on, I don't think I told this story on air. No, I was telling some lady, I was telling the lady in my meeting yesterday. But hold on. Okay. Cool. So I told the lady when she booked me, she said, so here's the schedule. Okay. She said, we're going to, dinner's going to be served at 7. You'll go on at 7:15, until, 8. And then the band will perform. So you're up from 7, from 7:15 to 8 is when you'll perform. And I was like, oh, you want me to perform during dinner? And she goes, yes. And I was like, well, I'm happy to do that. But I just need you to know that performances, specifically stand-up comedy, and I'm just speaking about stand-up, but stand-up comedy performances during dinner never go good. Never. She goes, well, what do you mean? I was like, they never go well at these type of events. At corporate events, stand-up comedy shows always fall flat. It's never well received. Dinner is a social activity. People don't want to have a comic talking over their dinner. They would rather be talking to each other. They would rather be mingling or talking to their loved ones or spouses or friends at the table. People don't want to listen to somebody else tell them jokes while they're eating. So it has been my experience, and I am not waxing poetic or, inflating the numbers here. I have never experienced a good show while people were eating at a corporate event. Ever. I've been doing this 11 years, and I've never been to a show or done a show that while eating, it went well. Cece said, you told me this for my party. Yep. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. It's not to be mean. It's just a fact. She goes, oh, I think it'll be fine. I was like, I'm willing to do whatever you want me to do. You're paying the bills. I'm a professional. I can plow through anything. Trust me. I've done some crazy stuff. This is nothing. But I just want you to set expectations for you, because when I get off stage and I walk up to you and ask you for the check, I don't want you to be like, wow, that didn't go good. And because I want us to be on the same page, because I want to be like, yeah, I know, because they were eating. Because let's be honest, corporate gigs already don't go great. It's already kind of awkward. The boss or the CEO is in the room, so people feel a little uncomfortable about laughing or letting loose in front of them or their coworkers unless they're kind of drunk, they're already a little stiff and nervous. And so it's just, the success rate on a corporate show is about, and this is no exaggeration, you guys, success rate on a corporate show is probably 10%. For a good show. Good. For an okay show, I would say it's maybe 15 to 20%. The rest of them, they're just bad. They're just bad. They're just always bad. So I didn't give her those numbers, but I was just like, these usually just don't go well. And that's okay. That's okay. It's still entertainment. You need somebody up there. It's different. And we all get that. And it beats some weird magician that's, up there in a straitjacket, and it's at least it's an adult in the room saying some relatable things, because when it hits, it's magic. She was like, I think it'll be fine. Well, I said, of course she knows more than you. It's her first time. Oh, wait till you hear this. So, bands make a ton more sense than comedy while eating. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Why wouldn't you flip the order? Let the band go on it from 7 to 8. Put me up when they're done. Duh. So I was like, but if that's what you want me to do, I'm happy to do it. She goes, oh yeah, that's what we're going to do. I was like, okay, I'll see you at 7. Or I said, I'll see you at 6:30. So sure shit. I get there. They're like, we're running behind. Also knew that was going to happen, because it happens all the time. These never start on time. Ever. Never, ever start on time. Never. I mean, not start on time, but they never run on time. Everything is running behind. So I was like, I knew I wasn't going to go on stage at 7:15. So I go on stage at 7:30. And I was like, do you still want me to do 45 minutes or do you still want me off stage at 8? She goes, no, I need you off stage at 8. I was like, you got it. Because she had already given me my check. Check's in my back pocket. I was like, yep, I'm good. I'll be off at 8. No worries. So I go on stage. And so during the week leading up to this, she had given me, she was like, hey, she wanted to have a meeting, which I don't mind. I'm fully into that. I was like, she wanted to meet. She was like, so I just kind of want to give you an idea of, the company and the background. I was like, yeah, I would want that. I would want you to give me some history and, tell me how you guys started, how long you've been around. She's like, well, we have people from all over. We have this and that. It's family owned. Da, da, da. I'm like, cool. Okay. She goes, oh, and here's some funny things about a few characters we have in the office. I was like, okay, cool. So she tells me about this one guy. She goes, there's this one guy, Johnny, and he's old. And Johnny's like, he's real old. He works he's the warehouse manager. And Johnny walks with a cane now. And we all make fun of him. He had hip replacement surgery or knee surgery or back surgery. I can't remember which. I'm like, well, bitch, I'm not writing jokes about 3 different body parts. So I just kind of need to know which one. And a lot of comics won't do this, by the way. A lot of comics won't write material tailored to your people or they're just like, bitch, you getting the jokes you get. Okay. You cut me the check. I show up. I tell you the jokes I've written. End of transaction. But I'm like, I want you to get a custom show and whatever. I'm here to help. I'm here to be a partner in this. So I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Johnny, yeah. She goes, I'll send you some stuff. So she sends me this thing about Johnny. Johnny's the warehouse manager. He had hip replacement surgery, so he walks with a cane and a limp. Johnny played football at OU. Yeah, Johnny played football at OU, and his nickname was The Big Show. And I was like, great. So the first joke I write is Johnny has a cane, and his nickname is The Big Show. Or Johnny's nickname used to be The Big Show, but he has a cane now because he had his hip replaced. So it's now The Big Slow. That's the first joke I wrote. And then I got into the OU stuff and football and Texas and blah, 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 because they're based out of Grand Prairie. And so I had all that stuff written. And then she tells me about the HR lady who has braids, who got them caught in the Christmas tree. And I immediately went, that's a black woman. Nope. Not doing that. I just know that's a black woman. She's like, yeah, the HR woman has braids and she got them caught in the Christmas tree and almost yanked it down. That's hilarious. I was like, oh, no. I'm not making fun of the black lady getting her fucking hair caught in the Christmas tree. Bitch, are you crazy? You're not getting me shot. So I was like, okay, I'm not using that one. And then she tells me about some other lady. I forget her name, Janice or Cheryl or some shit. She's like, oh yeah, she's real old. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, yeah, she's old and she's looking for a man. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, yeah, she's old. She's looking for a man. She wants to find her a millionaire man so she can quit working. And she's like, so the big bit is, I'm like, okay, now you're just writing for me. She's like, yeah, so the big joke is like, she wants to find a man so she can quit. So the joke is that, that we're something about a retirement home or some shit. And I was like, okay, I'll just write my own shit. So she gives me all of this information about like 3 different people, right? And then she tells me what not to say. Don't make fun of this person, this guy and that guy, right? She tells me like, okay, so the owner is from Houston originally, but the corporate office is in Dallas now, and we have people from Houston, Phoenix, and Austin, San Antonio, and one of the CEO's sons is from Oklahoma City, and he'll be there as well. I was like, okay, cool. So I get there, I get on stage, awkwardly weird applause. I mean, like none. And ad break, dismiss. And The Joe Bro said nobody paying attention, just do my thing and take their money. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. I mean, that's what it is. Joe Bro said those were my best gigs as a solo musician, corporate dinners. Nobody pays attention, just take their money. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what this was, Joe Bro. Captain Poe said pretty crappy to hire you to be funny, then gives you a list of people she wants you to make jokes about. That's what it kind of felt like. So they announced me, hey everybody, it's time for the comedian. I'm like, oh, the comedian? Okay. So they're like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Barry Laminack. And I'm like, walk up there, I'm like, hey man, wow, what an ovation. Like no one's clapping. I was like, man, what an ovation. You guys are amazing. You guys really know how to welcome somebody and make them feel special. Thank you so much for having me. This is fantastic. Thank you for, and I'm just like going over the top to shit on their welcome. Hey, John Dorier. Thank you, buddy. John Dorier just resubscribed for 31 months. Yeah, baby. Thank you, Mr. Dorier. So I go on stage and I'm like, all right, first and foremost, and I'm changing names just to protect the innocent. I'm like, first and foremost, where's Frank? Well, Frank's going to be the CEO. I'm like, where's Frank? Front and center, first table. I was like, Frank? All right, cool. Not messing with that table. Good laugh. I know who writes the checks around here. Well, Frank, thanks for having me, buddy. I really appreciate you. Round of applause for Frank for putting this together, and for Susan. I'll just make up a name. Susan for putting this together. Frank, Susan, I want to thank you guys for having me out and giving me the opportunity to entertain you and your fine company. I want to thank you all. I appreciate this. This is great. Where my Houston people at? And there's people from Houston. Hey, all right, my Houston people, what's up? Go Astros. Mind you, we're in Dallas. And I was like, oh, shut up. Did everybody hide the trash cans? Ha ha. Decent laugh. I'm like, oh, where are all of my Austin people at? And it's just one table. And they're like, woo. I'm like, yeah, there's the weirdos. Good laugh. Well, we're into some Texas humor. It's not, I'm not splitting the atom. I'm just trying to warm them up. I'm just trying to get their attention because no one is paying attention. They're fucking eating. So this is all on purpose. This is all very rudimentary. This is all by design. This is all just, I'm just rubbing the clit. That's it. I ain't doing nothing special yet. I'm just eating it up. So it's just kind of getting them familiar and, so then I'm like, hey, I know we got some people from San Antonio. Where are they at? And of course, there's a whole table. There's off to the left, and all Hispanic. Woo! I'm like, hell yeah, they brought the food. All from H-E-B. I hope y'all brought butter tortillas. And they, woo! All right, cool. And I was like, I know we got some folks from Grand Prairie. Where are people from Grand Prairie at? And then like most of the room, I was like, well, I guess I shouldn't say from since we're kind of already there and way outnumbered. Decent laugh. I was like, we got some folks from Phoenix in the house. Yeah, like 4 people clap. I was like, thanks for bringing the heat in December. Not bad. And we got some people from Oklahoma here today. 4 people at a table. Yeah, I was like, wow. 4 people from Oklahoma. Man. And immediately at this table, one lady starts. That's right, Oklahoma, blah, blah, blah. And she just starts fucking talking. Just going at it. Going at me. And I can tell right away it's going to be a problem. I'm like, oh, shit. She was just waiting, right? She's like, yeah, Oklahoma. I was like, man, because I have like 10, 15 minutes of bits and jokes about Oklahoma because I worked there a lot and I wrote them all. And I mean, they're universal. I don't have to be in Oklahoma to do them. In fact, they were on my dry bar special, some of them. So I was just, and that's how I was setting it up. And so they're clean jokes. They're perfect for corporate. And so I went around and did this so I could get into some material And so I used the geography stuff to get to Oklahoma to get me into some material. Oh man, Oklahoma, I love working in your state, but boy, it's crazy. My favorite part about going to Oklahoma is, and I'm right into material. So as soon as I do that, she fucking starts heckling, talking shit, and I can't even understand her. And I'm like, man, I don't really know what you're saying. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I can't understand you. I don't speak Oklahomanese, Oklahomian. I was like, I got to run this through Google Translate. I don't know what you're saying. And now people are starting to laugh at her. And I was like, does everybody in your state sound like Boomhauer from King of the Hill? Well, that pissed her off. And everybody else is now laughing at her again. Yeah, you should. And I was like, you know what? Now I'm kind of getting pissed. So I was like, you know what? Y'all know why they call it the OK state? I was like, y'all know they call Oklahoma the OK state, right? I was like, y'all know why? Because after like your first day, you're like, okay, I want to go home. Big laugh, big pop. Now she's real. Yeah, well, baby. I'm like, ma'am, I have a microphone. You don't. You're not winning this. Besides, nobody's listening to me. They're certainly not going to listen to you. One, because you don't have a microphone. And two, they can't understand you. Oh, she's just getting so mad. Yeah, Alex said, was she drunk? Yeah, I think so. I didn't know at the time, but later somebody told me she was drunk. So then I start doing this bit, and it's about the sign where it says, don't hit our workers, $10,000 fine. And then I do this bit about Tornado Alley and going through a tornado. And at the end of it, she goes, and she's heckling through the whole thing. And every time she heckles, I shit on her. She said something, I shit on her. I mean, I've got immediately. She pops off, I respond. And those are the only things I'm getting laughs on. So when I'm done, she goes, and I said, and that's why no one likes Oklahoma. And it's not a great ending, but it's just a way for me to get out of it, because that's not how I normally end the joke. But when I do it in a clean corporate environment, that's all I say. It's just a way to put a bow on it. Let me get out. It ain't a beautiful dismount, but it just gets me out. And I was like, and that's why nobody likes, and I look at him and go, nobody likes Oklahoma. Now, everybody else at the table laughs. And she goes, yeah, well, we got big britches. I'm sorry, what did you say? She goes, well, at least we got big britches. I was like, hold on, let me just make sure I understood what you just said and make sure everybody in the room heard what you just said. Did you just say to me that at least we have big britches? And everybody in the room starts chuckling. She goes, yeah. I was like, ma'am, that just means you eat too much. Oh my God. Now she's fucking pissed. Because I just called her fat without saying you're a fat bitch. I was just like, ma'am, that just means you eat too much. And people are around her are snickering and shit. And she's looking. I was like, you know what, Oklahoma? Because I'm just calling their tables by who they are. And I go, you know what, Oklahoma? I think y'all need to elect a new table captain. I think you have chosen poorly. She is doing a terrible job of representing you, your state, and your table. I'll give you a chance. You can elect a new table captain to speak for you, because this has gone so poorly. I don't know why she's bringing up big britches but I will just give you 5 minutes. You guys can hold an election real fast and pick a new table captain, because this has not worked in your favor so far. And people they're laughing. She stands up and storms out. Well, storms out. And I, in my mind, went, finally, fuck. Because that's all I was trying to do. I was just like, get the fuck out. Like, just stop heckling and shouting at me. It's going bad enough as it is. No one is listening. It is just, it's excruciating. Just shut the fuck up. Just let me get through this. It's bad enough as it is. I don't need you heckling me as I'm up here dying a slow, miserable death. Because nobody's listening until I shit on her. And then a few people chuckle and we move on. And then it's only the few people around her that chuckle. So when that's over, then I go, you know what? I didn't get to this earlier. I have some information about some people in the room. I don't know the dude's name. Where's Bobby? Bobby. Hey, Bobby, how you doing, man? How's the hip, Bobby? He goes, huh? I go, how's the hip? He goes, knee? I was like, oh, how's the knee? He goes, it's all right. I was like, what happened to your knee? He goes, I had to get my knee replaced. I was like, oh, well, okay. I was like, I heard you played football at OU, huh? He goes, no. No? He goes, no. I played at UTEP. I was like, oh. And in my mind, I'm going, there goes all those fucking jokes I wrote. Fuck. Huh. Well, I heard your nickname was The Big Show. He goes, well, I don't know who told you that, but that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I didn't have a nickname. And so I just go, Cheryl, what are we doing? And she goes, don't blame me. I just got here. I was like, what are you talking about? You just got here. You sent me this a week ago. Now I'm just arguing with her from the stage. I'm just putting her on blast. I'm like, you sent me all of this, and now you're just making me look foolish. I'm sorry, Bobby. She's the one that sent me all this about you. Obviously, she doesn't know you. Now she's got me up here looking like an idiot. I'm like, fuck it at this point. I don't give a fuck. I got the check in my pocket. I don't give a fuck. Like, you done made me look like an asshole. I was like, you know what? I'm not even doing the rest of this because I can't trust the accuracy of any of this information. I'll just go tell jokes and y'all can just go back to ignoring me. Anyways, so, and then I just go start telling jokes. And sure as shit, they just go back to ignoring me. It was fucking awful. And there was like 4 people. The CEO, 2 people in the left. I mean, there was like more than that that watched. But so, Captain Pope, thank you for the 100 bits. Not even close. Not even close. Captain Pope said, bottom 3 shows you've done in your life. Not even close. I wish I could say that. Not even close. Shit. I wish. Bottom 10. God, I've done so many shows. I would say it was one of the worst corporate gigs, but probably not even one of the worst 10 comedy shows I've ever done. Certainly one of the worst corporate gigs, but not maybe one of the worst 10 worst comedy shows I've ever done. I did a worst corporate gig the next week. It's fucking crazy. So, Mark said, wrap this shit up. You got to go. Yeah, I know. So, so I get off stage, and when I get off stage, I'm like, all right, y'all, that's my time. I got to get out of here. The band's coming up. Thank you for those of you that did listen. For the rest of you, I hope you enjoyed your meal and enjoyed the band. Good night, guys. And I get off stage and I hand the mic to the DJ, and I was like, well, I don't know who that was more brutal for, me or them. And he goes, I'm so pissed, bro. And I was like, wow, what's wrong? He goes, I'm just so mad, bro. They did this last year. And I go, what? He goes, they did the same thing last year. I go, what do you mean? And he goes, they had a comedian last year and they acted the same way, except they didn't heckle him. I go, what? He goes, yeah, bro, they had a comedian last year. Same thing. It was just brutal. They just ignored him the whole time. I'm like, you mean there was they knew this was going to happen and did it again? He goes, yeah, but that guy didn't get heckled. You got heckled I was so mad when they were heckling you. I was like, holy shit. So she knew, and I even told her. that it was going to happen. She saw it last year and she still went through with it. What do you? I don't know. I don't feel bad about keeping your money. I don't feel bad at all. This is all on you. That shit show is all on you. I was like, wow, that's crazy. He goes, yeah, bro. You were up there, and I was just like, God, I feel sorry for this dude because he's funny and talented, and this is just not fair to him. I was like, yeah, well, that's the business. I was like, well, this is why the checks are so good, though. That's why the money's good. Because if somebody was like, oh, I'll give you a couple $100 to do a corporate gig, I'd be like, fuck you. I'd rather stay home and not make any money. Not make any money. I refuse to do corporate gigs unless it's for like if Cece was like, or somebody, for a favor or something like that. But for the most part, there's a reason I charge more, a lot more for a corporate gig. And it ain't because the corporations have a lot of money. It's because if I'm going to go and put myself through that, it's got to be worth it financially. Period. Joe Rose said it's a bad show until you tell a redneck to go suck his son's dick. And then it gets spicy. Oh boy. I saw Juan the other day. We were talking about that story. Juan Villarreal. Spoon 4K. I'm not telling you how much I make, bro. I'm not telling you what I charge for a corporate gig. Think I'm putting my info out there? All right, I do have to get out of here. All right, it's 4:30. Yep, I got to bounce. We didn't get much sports in, but we'll get it in tomorrow. I promise. We got something in, though, so that's sounds better than none. Spoon said, it's more! Jared said if that gig was so bad, why did the DJ come back? Well, it's not bad for him. That gig is not bad for the DJ or the band. It's just bad for the comedian. Maybe they like to embarrass the comedian. Could be. Maybe that's the entertainment. Let's see if we can ignore the shit out of him and how he'll react. Bitch, I've been doing this way too long for you to fluster me. I just keep going, and then I politely talk shit about you in the end. I'm a pro, baby. You can't rattle me. Hey, appreciate you, Mark. Hey, thank you, B. Hannon, Flip. Much love, Alex. Oh, man. Later, Gator. Thanks for the word company. Peace to you, brother. That's what it is. They're all in it to make comedians feel like shit. Not this one. No can do, baby. I just every once in a while, I just reach in my back pocket and rub the check. And then smile. So where was I? Love you, CC. You missed everything, Tony. All right, y'all. Good to be back. I missed the shit out of y'all. And I will see you tomorrow. I hope. Tomorrow's Thursday. I already got your fantasy done. Those have been ran, so we'll go over that. We'll go over your pick'em. I'll have your pick'em for the week. We'll get all that done. And we'll talk some sports. I had headlines for you, but we just didn't get to it. We had some chitty chatty to catch up on and shoot the shit and whatnot. And I was sportsed out. I was exhausted. That's all we did, sports, for the last 5 days. So I just needed to kick it. But it's good to be back, man. I love you guys. Thanks for coming back. For those of you that got to listen on ESPN 97.5, thank you for doing so. I hope you enjoyed it. It was good to be back with my boy Joe Blank. Love that dude so much. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's do it again. We got one more show before the show's over. We will do a private hour tomorrow. I did not forget. We will do that as well. So let's get it. Until then, do me 3 favors, everybody. Oh, Matty T. Matty T said, just get here to listen, but later. Damn it, Matty. Yeah, bro, I got to bounce early. I got a gig in the Bolivar Peninsula. And I'm in Spring. So I got to get up there. All right. Do me 3 favors, everybody. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. And he's making a YouTube video.